Show your What Nation pride. Head on over to 30milesout.com.
I'm Mark Anthony, and you're watching 30 Miles Out.
Bam! Because I can see clear 11, 30 miles out. Oh yeah, yeah. Because I can see clear 11, 30 miles out. Because I can see clear 11, 30 miles out. Oh yeah, yeah. Because I can see clear 11, 30 miles out.
So we arrived at Bees Marina and Campground in Yankeetown, Florida. We got to stay in a cool little cottage overlooking the Withlacoochee River. We met Captain Rick LaFiles. He offered to take us on a tour to show us around the area and show us some great kayak fishing spots. This was a truly wild place. It felt like you were in the Amazon. This osprey wasn't really happy with us, but we were happy to be there.
Got some up there he's working on.
We rounded the bend and saw some dolphin feeding on mullet. I've seen them feed before, but never like this.
Look at them up. Look at it.
They spent a bunch of time hemming these mullet up against this marsh grass. Once they got them in there, they went crazy on them. What an amazing sight.
Let's see them. Riverside.
Well, I think Theresa and I have seen enough. It's time to put the yaks in the water and go fishing.
Good morning, What Nation? Where am I at? Yankeetown, Florida. Let's get in the river. See what we can't find. Throwing plugs. I'm trying to watch 30 miles out and I'm tired. What? Alright, let's get these boats in the water. This is the home of the massive alligator, Florida panther, the black bear, but I don't care, because it's got big tarpon too. What? Alright, we're going to go throw crankbaits against this tropical fauna. What are we doing? We're doing high stakes bass fishing. Big old crankbaits. And a 30-pound braid, 80-pound. That's an 80-pound mono leader. Triple strong hooks, triple X hooks. Feel like I'm in the Amazon or something. This is a freshwater river. How do I taste the salinity? Dip my finger in the water. Fresh as can be, y'all. But from what I hear, these tarpon and snook like to travel up these freshwater rivers. The Gulf is very close, quarter mile, half a mile at the most. They say this limestone. Amazing. It makes islands too. Rick was telling us that because it's so porous and has holes in it, that the aquifer below us, it lets the water leach up through it. You know, it's like a big filtration system for the springs, which is pretty cool. This is called the Withlacoochee. Withlacoochee. That's a sketchy name, man. Withlacoochee, that's a sketchy name. This is the Withlacoochee River. Beautiful. Oh, nothing yet. Stakes are high, bites are low. Check out this island. That is the coolest little island. That is the cutest little dude. I think I could live on that island for a solid 2 hours. All right, folks, we're gonna have to cut it short. We got a storm brewing over here. Look at this. Woo, nasty looking. Hear it rumbling? We're gonna put it in high gear and put that wind at our back. Fix to catch a monster snook by this tree. That's a big tree, dude.
This place was absolutely beautiful, and it looked very snooky and tarpony, if that's a word.
Call it a morning. Right back at the house, man. Look, a little bit black. Where are we gonna go?
ICAST.
All right. Let's head to Orlando and do ICAST, people. This is looking nasty. Got me a monkey on a string. What are you saying? The wind's blowing hard, guys. So I put my little monkey on a string. I'm taking out at a ramp that's not quite all the way home. We're gonna walk it just to get off the water, starting to lighten it a lot and stuff. All right. Suppose the tarpon hang out here because they clean a lot of fish. But no tarpon today, no snook today. But we ain't giving up yet. Ah, bumper boats.
So we left Bees Marina in Yankeetown and headed east to ICAST in Orlando, Florida. We hooked up with Vance from Line Cutters. We hung out with Vance for a while in his booth, and then we went roam around to see what kind of trouble we could get into. Ran into my old buddy Woody from Native Watercraft. We got to hang out for a little while with Jim Salmons, D. Kaminsky, and I got the opportunity to photobomb lots of legends. Y'all know him, my buddy Luther from Yak Attack. There's old Chad Hoover, he was up to no good. Spent some time at the Jackson booth with Drew Gregory. But I gotta say, the showstopper for Theresa and I was getting to hang out with Blair Wiggins from Addictive Fishing. Blair's Addictive Fishing was a huge inspiration for me for creating 30 Miles Out, so we'd like to thank Blair for that. ICAST 2015 was a blast, but I'm ready to get back to fishing.
I came off. I just lost a snook. Just jumped a nice snook, man. First snook ever in my kayak. And well, I lost one in Miami. This is the second snook I've lost in my kayak. Never landed one. All right, we got about an 8-9 foot alligator in the canal. And we got two hogs screaming and fighting in the background. This is some Jurassic Park stuff right here, folks. We just saw a manatee come up for air. Look at that, folks. On the surface. I think there's more than one. Wow, it looks like a floating tire. Gator swimming away from us. I don't know if you want to tube this river. Man, this is a beautiful place, Yankeetown. Oh, I know the snook and tarpon are here. We just jumped one. Jumped a snook. They talk like they've caught a ton of them in here, and I believe it. It looks beautiful. It's perfect looking. But not today. Conditions aren't right. Something's up. You ready, Theresa? She's what? She's ready. Oh, she's eating. What are you thinking about chasing tarpon and snook so far?
I think it's hard. They're elusive. They're like Sasquatch. You hear about them, but you don't ever get to catch them.
Everybody in Florida's gonna say, man, y'all suck.
Yeah, I know. We catch them every day. We saw 20 of them yesterday. Yeah. You know, when you don't catch them, you know what that means. It means you gotta come back.
That's right.
Well, we'd like to thank Helen for Bees Marina and Campground in Yankeetown, Florida. If you get the chance, I highly recommend taking in the sights and doing some fishing.
I have a feeling that Ty and Theresa will be back to Bees in Yankeetown to give these snook and tarpon one more try. Hang on to your kayak. Ty and Theresa will be right back.
Sweet. 30 yards at a time, man. Whoever said this ain't a sport is crazy.
When we left Bees, we started our journey back to Texas going west, but we made one more pit stop in Navarre Beach.
Got some people this morning. What? What? What?
One of the things I love most about being in this kayak fishing show business is meeting the fans. When I get to hang out with everybody that watches the show, it just tickles me to death. It's so fun to meet them and talk and share fishing stories. This was a big group of military guys. They invited us out, and I couldn't resist. I knew it was going to be a fun day.
That's why I like the Outback, man, because I can paddle it when I need to. Fast breakers. Put my Mirage in, I'm done. Look at these dudes coming in the sunrise. That's awesome. What's up, Romeo? Yeah, you're right. Like all these guys are military. We're taking a picture from the pier. What's up? 30 more.
Of course, the first order of business is the sabiki jig for live bait.
Hardtails. That, my friend, is bait. Oh, gotta run, gotta run. Oh, we got a cluster going on. I had to run there for a second. Still on. Promised of the prime baits out. 2 of them trolling. Dropping them down a little bit, they're just a wiggling. Only got 1 run. Nothing. Bait everywhere. Bait balls. Birds diving. Let's keep on working at it. Got my wife behind me. Whew, man. Just keep on trolling, trolling, trolling. What's up, 30 miles out? Welcome to Tips with Ty. Okay, you didn't hear this from me. Trolling, outrigger style in an Outback. It just so happens that it's got a couple features that make spread out rods possible. Check it out. Bam! It's called cup holders, people. Cup holders, man. Look at that rod. Way out to the left. Bam! Look at this cup holder on the right. Check this rod. Way out to the right. Look, an aerial view. That's what's up. I got a full spread, just like I'm in a big offshore boat. I don't have to add any rod holders or nothing. I'm using what I've got on the Outback. Another reason to love the Outback 2015. Cup holders make outriggers. All right, Teresa's the only one hooked up. What you got? Shark. I see him down there. I see his booty. I'm about to get tangled up in it. What is it? Atlantic sharp nose? Teresa's using a 4000 with a heavy bass rod and a 30-pound braid trolling. All those little thumbprints mean it's an Atlantic sharpnose. These are stripes with Atlantic sharpnose. Beautiful fish. Yep. Just grab the rope if he thrashes too much. Yeah, I'm gonna take pics. Awesome.
Now you know, if nobody's catching nothing, and there's gonna be one fish caught that day, it's Theresa that's gonna do it. Just typical.
Sharks are still fun, but man, they chomp some bait. Look, I obviously had one chomp my bait. Let's keep going. All right, people, I got Rex Del Rey live live now out here in the Gulf. Just run into him. I was trolling my way to Cuba and I just run into him. How you liking it down here, man?
Oh man, I love it. We're like 15 minutes away from this, buddy.
Woody Wood just had some action. What happened, man?
That hook did something huge. It must have ripped about 50 to 60 yards off this 209 right here, and then I laid into it, had a bent rod, then all of a sudden, yak him, he's gone.
Really?
Gone. Took my line straightened out about 50 yards in front of me, took me for a little ride. That's all she wrote.
Dadgummit.
Yeah.
Been tough fishing today.
Yeah. I've been chasing the bait balls and I ain't caught nothing.
It ain't for lack of trying, I promise you folks. What's the story?
Going.
Anything?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Big fish.
That's
Big
it.
fish, that's about it.
Hey man, how do you like that? That's the Ascend? No, it's a
The,
Perception,
This is the Perception Striker.
right?
That one's the Ascend over there.
That Perception Striker sits pretty high, man.
It does. I love it.
And you're a big guy. How much you weigh?
225.
And it's still sitting high.
Oh yeah, I can sit in that one. That's the ICAST, and I can sit in that one, and I can fly in that one as well.
Really?
Yeah, that one's lighter. I think maybe 10, 15 pounds lighter.
Wow.
And then on the inside, it may be a couple inches narrower, but I can go in that one and I can fly through the water in that time.
Wow.
And it's just as stable.
And they're not expensive. You
No.
get them at Academy, right?
Got them at Academy, and actually I got these at Dick's.
Dick's?
Sporting Goods. Yep.
Right on.
Loving it.
All right. That's why they were fighting so hard. Hardtail jacks. Messing up my sabiki. All right, these are good bait. They're lively at least. See, we can't do trolling. That's what bait looks like, y'all. Look at that nervous water. That is all greenbacks.
Bait was everywhere, but predator fish were super hard to find this day.
As soon as I throw that sabiki in there, I'm gonna hang one or two of them. Watch. See him busting out there? Teresa's going right to him. Wow. So Jack, what happened this morning over here?
Basically, we just went out to the snorkel reef, speaked up some sardines, and just let them run around. The dolphins just kept stealing.
He's lost how many to dolphins?
3 hardtails to dolphins.
Dang it. Hey, we're moving to some reefs with Jason. Check out this beach. See the tourists out there in tandem kayaks. It's like a big pond. Not a breath of wind, man. But you gotta find some structure. It's like a big desert without the structure. So we left the comfort of the pier looking for some reefs out here. See what happens. Shut down again.
This really was a tough 2 days of fishing, but how could we be mad? We were in Florida. And to all me and Teresa's Pensacola military buddies over there, thanks a lot for having us out on this day. We had a great time, and y'all kept us laughing, that's for sure. Hey, kayak fishing wouldn't be the same without all our awesome sponsors. They really make this sport better. And thanks to y'all, the One Nation, for hanging out with us all the time, right here on 30 Miles Out.
How that feel? It's almost cold.
Hey, don't forget to subscribe, keep your paddle wet, and we'll see you next time. What?
Let's head to Orlando, do ICAST, people. This is looking nasty.